That's what you said last time.
I've got it. How about a dance right now? Right here.
Oh, behave, Joe. Don't. Oh, please stop. Don't. You're hurting me. Please don't.
That's affection, Mary.
Take care of that.
I'm sorry, Joe.
You've got a mighty good cut on your neck.
That's all right, Dad.
Come on, now. Come on. Come on, you have to get tied up now. Yes, sir, now. Now, wait a minute. Now, behave. Now, that wasn't nice, Captain. We can't go around taking bites out of people we don't like. Joe hasn't done anything to you, Captain. Besides, you want to watch out who you're biting. You might get hydrophobia.
Hello, Mary. Come on over. We've got a new Romeo and Run in spring.
Hello, Reb.
Mary, I want you to meet John Z. Blake. I don't know what the Z stands for, but I've been a deviling him to find out ever since we left the railroad station.
How do you do, Mr. Blake?
How do you do, Miss...
Carson. Like in Kit Carson, you know.
So at last I'm in the Wild West.
Not so very wild.
He's a barrister, Mary. That's French for lawyer. Hello, Joe. Got a little competition with Mary now. Joe Gilmore, I want you to meet John Z. Blake. He's going to practice law up here, Joe. Never had any trouble around here, but I suppose we will now that we've got a lawyer. What's the matter with your hand, Joe? Bite yourself? You're mean enough to.
No, a dog bit me.
Well, why don't you feed them? They'll get sick eating off of you. Hop in, Mary. I'll take you to town for a nickel.
All right.
He's starting in to beat your time already, Joe.
Will I see you at the dance Saturday night, Mary?
No, I don't think so, Joe. Sorry.
She'll probably be tripping the Life Fantastic with John Z. Romeo Saturday night.
Now that's an idea.
You can't compete with them there store clothes, Joe. Go on in and wash your neck. Giddy up, Pendleton.
What are you trying to do? I'll break that dog's neck for going after me like that.
Say, we got to get rid of them dogs, Joe.
You're right.
I'll tell you. You take them down to Carl Sanderson's place, just t'other side Coyote Wells.
Yeah, I see myself taking them dogs on a 90-mile trip, huh?
Well, he told me once he wanted them, that he'd pay for them when he got the money. I guess that's the best we can do with them.
I'm not taking them.
Oh, now, go on. You can muzzle them. We can't keep them around here no more. Say, maybe Mary'd take them and pay me later.
No, Sanderson's better. I'll take him.
Attorney at law. We forgot the Z.
We better skip it this time, Mary. That Z arouses too much curiosity around here. And besides, it's a secret in my shameful past.
Well, you can't blame us, John. Oh,
Try to bite me, will you? Go on. Shooting's still good for you. Try to chew me up, will you? But they won't chew much of anything with their muzzles on. And if you find any water, you're welcome to it. If you find it.
Like I can add a Juliet to my Romeo. You can't fool old Cupid Rab.
How'd you like to mind your own business?
Wait a minute, Joe. I've got something to tell you. Well, I've got a buyer for them police dogs of yours.
Too late, Dolores.
Say any more. You know what day this is?
I know you've been drinking again.
But, Ma, this is our wedding anniversary. You say, do you remember for our wedding supper, huh?
I ought to know. I cooked it. You had 3 fried chicken out.
You see, that's just what we're going to have tonight for supper. Fried chicken. Now, come on. I want to show you. There they are.
Where?
They're right there. Say, they was there. 4 of them. Fryers.
Sure, it wasn't 4 bottles you saw.
Darned if they didn't take my sack, too.
Huh.
Looks like a dog. Or a big coyote. Wait till I get my gun. And watch 'em. I got 'em.
Been 4 or 5 weeks now since we've been missing chickens around here. Funny that dog don't steal nothing but chickens.
Nothing else to steal around here but chickens. Might get a rabbit.
Maybe he don't like rabbits.
Why?
Hair might get in his teeth.
Hi, citizen. Well, I see Running Springs is getting famous in the Los Angeles paper. Listen to this fella Harris' editorial column. Dog makes monkey of ranchers. Wild Bill Hickok would turn over in his grave if he knew what was happening around his old stomping ground, Running Springs. The mighty plainsmen and reputed trackers who now inhabit this once proud town of the frontier are completely baffled, nay, defeated by a... The dog, evidently a renegade, is one smart hombre, and he demonstrates it almost night by raids on the chicken ranches near Running Springs. They've never tried him on caviar. Say, what?
Them's fish eggs.
Whoever heard of a doggy? It is...
Seemed funny to you, but this thing has got to be doggone serious. Only 3 nights ago he raided us. Never killed but 2 or 3, but he left the gates open. And 40 of my best hens took to the hills. Since.
Heck, I dressed him clean, my 4 he took.
Well, I ain't raising chickens for Mr. Dog's belly. Come sneaking around my place, I'll blow his brains out. If that don't work, I got a chicken loaded with arsenic. And had it ready for him for 2 nights. Think I'll go home and see if I got any luck.
You missed him.
When he eats that chicken, he'll be dead in an hour.
Howdy.
Say, listen, we're not going to have any more dog trouble around here.
No?
I got him at my place at 6 o'clock last night.
What'd you do?
You remember me telling you about that chicken stuff?
Ben, we've got to do something about this dog.
I fixed him, Mr. Endicott. He got a poisoned chicken at my place last night at 6 o'clock.
Yes? Well, he raided my pens and 2 of my prize winners this morning at 7 o'clock, broad daylight. And he was pretty lively for a dead dog. What we've got to do is organize, hunt him down. Now, I've got an idea how this thing can be handled and just where we can go and get him. I have money invested here, and I'm going to protect it. Besides, we're the laughing stock of the countryside. We've got to bring in this dog. This will get him. Well, now, the first is from my place, so we'll start from there. Come on, men. Tim, that's it, Pat. Let's go. Look at that. There he goes. We've caught him red-handed. Here, boy. Seen a dog, a big police dog? Say, you been swimming?
Dog? Swimming?
Yes, a chicken thief. We're after him.
Yes, I saw a dog.
Which way did he go?
He went right back the way you came.
Oh, we must have missed him. Come on, fellas. Thanks.
Here, boy. Here, boy. Here, boy. Here, boy. Come on, fella. Come on. Come on, fella. Here, boy.
Hey there. What's the big idea?
Thanks, pal, but don't expect me to split the reward with you.
Let that dog go.
Not a chance.
What are you doing?
Just singing to the boys. Now I'm going to take care of the dog. The reward says dead or alive, and dead suits me just fine.
Hey, what is this? So, you got to go.
Yeah, but no thanks to your friend here. He gave us a bum steer.
That right, Blake?
Yes, it is. This is the dog that saved my life, and I'm not going to see you shoot him down without a chance.
Listen, Blake, this dog has destroyed valuable property.
You don't know it was this dog. You've no right to kill him. He's valuable property, too.
Say, we're not putting the chicken-stealing dog on trial, are we?
Why not? It's been done before. You read about that case down in San Bernardino, didn't you, Mr. Endicott?
Yes, but that ain't got nothing to do with this.
You shoot this dog, and if he's the wrong one, I'll take the case and sue you and win more damages than you've lost already. Now think it over.
Sounds crazy to me. What about it, fellas?
Well, I don't know. There's a chance it ain't the same dog. All police dogs look alike to me.
All right, Blake, this will satisfy you. You be in Judge Simmons' court Wednesday morning with this dog. You're responsible for him. I'll the complaint myself. And if he's the dog we're after, it's going to be just too bad.
I'll have him, Mr. Endicott.
Didn't have a case on the calendar and was all set to go fishing, and you come along with your doggone dog. You laugh again like that, and I'll fine you for contempt of court.
There isn't anything so unusual, Your Honor. I have a precedent in this case.
You can't make me believe that any court in its right mind went lollygagging around with dogs.
Oh, yes. In the case of the People versus Ranger, right here. In this case, the dog was arrested just like a human up in Wyoming. He was convicted and killed for stealing cattle and killing calves. Later they found it wasn't him at all.
Well, all right, but we're going to drop regular legal formality. Say what you've got to say. Jake, you're the prosecuting attorney up here. You say what you've got to say. Gentlemen of the jury, you just listen. Gentlemen of the jury, gaze on the defendant. This here's the complaint. It's a long one, so I'll tell you in my own words. What I can find out, this here dog has been stealing chickens and raising Ned around this community for 2-3 months. Maybe longer, I guess. And he brought us into ridicule by getting a story into the Los Angeles papers that we ain't the men our fathers was. So a posse was organized. Hey, Al, keep awake. Well, as I was saying, they organized this posse. And they go out and track this here dog. They tell me they caught him red-handed. I don't know whether they did or not. But instead of shooting the dog right then and there, this here young Blake gets up and makes his dog heel sue him. Well, you know how it is, boys. Money's been pretty tight. So the boys wasn't so sure. And they bring this dog in here for us to pass judgment on him. Now, if you think this dog's guilty, 2-3 things can happen. You can destroy the dog, you can give him another chance, or you can turn him loose on another community and let him steal their chickens. Jake, what do you got to say?
Gentlemen of the jury, I was in the posse that was chasing this dog. Why, he got some of my own chickens.
I object. How do you know he got some of your chickens? You didn't see him.
Well, I didn't exactly see him.
Then how do you know?
Wait a minute. This ain't no personal question between you gentlemen. This is a question for the court to decide with the help of the jury. Go ahead, Jake.
Well, as I said before,
We heard that. Start where you left off. You know, it's nearly 10 o'clock.
Well, I don't know whether the dog stole the chickens
We
or not.
don't care about that. Get on the stand, Jake. Charlie.
Swear in the prosecuting attorney?
Do as you're told, Charlie.
All right.
You solemnly swear to tell the truth, whole truth, nothing but the truth, up or down, sit down.
Jake, you didn't see this dog steal your chickens, did you?
No.
Did you see this dog steal any chickens?
No.
Then what are we here for?
I'll tell you what we're here for, Your Honor. Begging your pardon. I've been raising prize chickens and showing them, and I've lost between $200 and $300 worth of blooded stock, to say nothing of the loss of business in my other line.
Why do you think this is the culprit?
I'll tell you why.
Wait a minute. Jake, get off the stand. You come up here, Mr. Endicott. Now, what you got against this dog in particular, Mr. Endicott?
Nothing. Except that this dog is destroying confidence in this township and community, and destroying property, and has cost us members of the Chicken Growers Association in the neighborhood of $1,000. Did you ever stop to think what would happen if this vicious dog started after children? You might have something pretty serious on your hands. He's big enough to kill a man. What chance would a child stand with him if he went on the warpath? Watch him. Here, boy. Here, boy. Here, boy. If I know anything about dogs, that one is bad.
Well, I don't know much about dogs. Wife's got a cat. You heard the testimony by a couple of reputable witnesses. What are you going to do?
May I have the witness, Your Honor? Yeah. Have you any dogs of your own?
Yes, 6. And none of them ever steal chickens.
How do you know?
Well, I've never seen them.
Then how do you know this dog ever stole your chicken?
Well...
That's all.
There you are, Judge. Mr. Blake, you ain't proved nothing.
I have proved that none of the witnesses for the prosecution, no definite dog ever stole any chicken. The burden of proof lies with the prosecution.
Any more witnesses? Hey, wait. We ain't going to listen to all you fellas. You talk all day. Just one of you.
I'll talk to the boys, Judge.
All right. Come up here then and talk. Swear the evidence you give will be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth. Help you God. Sit down.
You betcha. Well, I poisoned a chicken, and I hung it right near my chicken coop. And this dog came along and stole that chicken and ran through my coops and over the fence. And that's the dog right there. I identify him. I wasn't more than 30 feet from him.
Well, if the dog had a poisoned chicken, why ain't he dead?
I don't know.
Where'd you buy the poison?
Right here in Running Springs at Boscom's drugstore.
Well, you better buy your poison somewhere else.
See here, Judge. Listen, Your Honor. I got just as good poison as you'll find any place else.
Then why ain't the dog dead, Boscom?
Well, I don't know. Hey, wait a minute. Who's on trial here? Me or the dog?
Sit down, Boscom. Who's on trial, you or the dog?
Your Honor, if I may speak for a few minutes without interruption, I'll convince the jury and yourself that this dog is the victim of circumstantial evidence. I don't say that he hasn't stolen chickens, but I don't say that he has. I'll tell you why I'm fighting for this dog. It isn't for any maudlin love of dogs or overgrown sympathy on my part. But I've got a reason, and a good reason.
Let's hear it, Blake. Let's hear it.
The day before yesterday, I was fishing in Miller's Creek.
Did you get any?
No, Your Honor. As I was saying, I was fishing Miller's Creek, and I got all tangled up some way and slipped and knocked myself cold. I must have fallen face downward in the water, for the next thing I knew, this dog here, this vicious, bad-tempered animal, as you call him, had me by the collar and was dragging me to shore. By the time he got me on the bank, I had recovered, and I stretched out a hand to pet him. Do you know what he did? He shrank back from my friendly gesture and dashed into the woods. Why? I'll tell you why. Because, Your Honor and gentlemen of the jury, this dog has a story. I don't know what it is, but I'm positive that he is instinctively a fine animal. If he isn't, why did he save me instead of outdistancing his pursuers? There must have been a moment when he was torn between two great instincts. The instinct for self-preservation, which even you gentlemen must admit is strong in both man and beast, and the instinct to save a life. The more unselfish, nobler instinct won. Why? Because this dog, deep down inside him, has the desire to love and serve a man. He saved my life. I'm trying to save his. Gentlemen, I ask you...
Hey, you kids! Get out of that window. It's hot in here. Oh, Sonny, where'd you get them fish?
Up Miller's Creek
When'd you get them?
this morning.
All right, stand down, Stearns. Get off the stand.
Oh, yes, sir.
Mr. Blake, you've taken up a lot of this court's valuable time, and you ain't proved nothing except that you like dogs. Now, the prosecution has identified this animal as the one that stole the chickens. In my opinion, he's the dog that done the damage, and I think he ought to be taken care of.
Does this look like a vicious dog?
Yeah, it looks like one to me.
Just let me make one final plea.
This thing never should have been brought to my court in the first place. Now that it is, and we've wasted the morning, go ahead and say what you got to say. But say it all. I'm closing this case in about 5 minutes.
Say, you haven't told me how things were in Los Angeles.
The climate is marvelous.
Do tell. How unusual.
So long, Red.
Bye, Mary. Say, there must be something doing at the courthouse. Must be awfully important because the judge always fishes on Wednesday. Guess I'll mosey over. Want to come along, Mary?
Not me. Bye.
Adios.
And in closing, I want to impress upon you that you have no right to do anything to this dog. If we had an SPCA up here, you wouldn't have a chance. If you let me have the dog, I'll be responsible for him.
Blake, you ain't got a chance. And neither's he. That's final. Blake, you go get that dog back here, dead or alive. You're responsible for him. Let them out to steal more chickens. Go on, get that dog back here.
All right, I'll go get him. Come on, Red.
There he goes. Come on.
They're stealing horses now.
Well, they'll bring them back.
Hey, stop 'em! If they took your horse, they won't be back in no hour.
If this court wasn't in recess, I'd fine you for that remark. It's derogatory or something.
Well, look who's here.
What are you doing? Drinking again, Joe?
Oh, I'm celebrating in advance.
What for?
You know that dog has been stealing all them chickens? I caught him. And as soon as they kill him, I get $25.
How did you catch him?
I know something. Now, you're partly in it. I really did it to get even with you and Blake. Ah, but let's forget it.
Oh, come on, Joe, tell me.
No.
Please.
Not me, honey. I'm too smart.
Now, Joe, I don't think you understand how much I really like you.
No.
Take it easy, Rep. told the fellas it was the reason for the dog's behavior. Whoop, girl, whoop. Whoop, girl. Take it easy. Take it easy, girl. Take it easy. Take it easy. She's probably hungry. I'll bet she hasn't eaten since we got Captain.
There's no need her going hungry. The judge always prepares the lunch.
I'll say she was. Hold her, Reb. How about you, fella? You hungry, son?
Boy, you're sudden death.
What's that?
Sounds like pups to me. Well, what do you think of this?
3 pups. And another one over there. Reb, I'm not going to take him back.
You'd better if you want to go on living in Running Springs.
I guess you're right. I gave him my word. Well, how are we going to pack these little fellas? We can't leave them here to starve.
Just leave that to me. There's no packing problem ever stumped Reb Collins.
I'll give them just 2 more minutes. Here he is, Judge. Hey, what are you doing with my fishing basket?
Take it easy, Judge. I'll explain everything.
Well, them baskets will take a lot of explaining.
Now, gentlemen of the jury, I beg permission to introduce further evidence in this case. I found this dog, and I found his mate. She was caught in a trap, starving to death, in the absence of the male. Forage for food. Now you know why possibly he stole chickens.
So you're admitting it now?
I said possibly, but I wouldn't blame him if he had. Especially if you were unable to distinguish right from wrong. I want you to consider this most carefully. If your wife was sick and hungry, and she just had a little baby, and it was a question of her life or a bottle of milk on somebody's doorstep, you'd take it, wouldn't you?
What's a wife and a baby and a bottle of milk got to do with the dog stealing chickens?
This dog has a wife.
Fine little pup. Cute little fella, ain't he?
Why don't you keep it?
Yeah.
Here, what do you think of that? Jake, how about you?
Well,
Look at that fellow.
Hey, what are you trying to do? Drag justice?
All that little fella wants is a chance, Judge. And he'll grow up to defend your home for you.
Yeah, I know. These puppies can't help what their old man did. But that need to steal? Picked up some man glad to give him a home. No, I'm afraid that dog's just naturally a killer. He's got that. There ain't no reason for what he's done.
Yes, there is, Judge. I'll bank on it. But I don't know what it is. He's been forced to hate humans, but I don't know why.
I can tell you why, Your Honor. Put Joe Gilmore on the stand.
hey, Joe, go on up there. He wants you.
All right, swear him in. You solemnly swear that the evidence you're about to give be the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth, so help you God. Sit down.
You dirty skunk.
Say, who you calling a skunk?
I beg your pardon, Your Honor. I'll continue with the witness if you don't mind. Did you take those 2 dogs out in the desert and let them out 50 miles from nowhere without food or water and muzzled so they couldn't eat if they found food, without a chance for life?
Well, I never even saw the dogs before.
Yes, you did, Joe Gilmore. Why lie about it?
Mary, what you got to do about this?
I'll tell you. And I'll tell you why Joe tried to torture the dogs. They never liked him. They belonged to his father. Mr. Gilmore had taken them in for a bad debt. And one day, Joe tried to put his arms around me. And I resisted him.
Well, are you sure you want to tell about this?
Of course I want to tell it. Well, Joe got fresh. And Captain tried to take a hunk out of his neck. Did bite his hand, but it protected me.
Is that true, Joe?
She can't prove it.
Oh, can't I? John, come here and put your arms around me.
Huh?
I said, come here and put your arms around me. Hold me tight. Oh! Now, Joe, you come here and put your arms around me.
Go on, Joe.
What did I tell you, Judge?
Joe, I've known a lot of ornery critters in my time. But a fellow will take a couple of dogs out on the desert and turn them loose without a chance is the lowest sort of a man. Now, I'll take that back. Gentlemen of the jury, what's your verdict?
Well, here's my verdict, Your Honor. Trying to kill the mother and father of my little pup.
Court's adjourned. Come on, Lionheart. Let's go home and get acquainted with that cat. What do you suppose that is up there?
It might be mistletoe.
Hey, I just found out the name for it.
What?
That